It's the most popular game in the world. 8 million people play football in this country. But after the recent revelations of historic abuse, how vulnerable is the game today, and what's being done to protect young children?
My concern is not looking back, it's looking what we can do now and what we can do to put in place to protect these children, even at grassroots.
It is important that we do not ignore a single thing.
From 2001, the Football Association put in place new rules. People we've spoken to say it was well ahead of other sports on this.
And what if you feel the situation is more serious?
Each team, from the smallest to professional outfits, must now have a trained safeguarding or welfare officer. Anyone who works with under-18s must have a criminal record check. That's more than $50,000 a season.
Keep it safe.
The FA says this will screen out anyone who may pose a risk. Others say it's far from a guarantee.
What we know about abuse is that people don't talk about it, they don't come forward. It's a crime that is covered in silence, and so there very often isn't a criminal record.
Critics of the current system say it relies too much on children being able to come forward and report abuse. In other countries, they have stricter rules.
The new portrait emerging of the Penn State football coach accused of abusing 8 young boys.
In the US, a senior football coach was recently convicted of 45 counts of child abuse. But 3 other men at the university involved, Penn State, are still awaiting trial for failing to tell the authorities about their suspicions.
He too never contacted police or kept sending...
Some form of that protection, called mandatory reporting, is in place in most other countries. It makes it a criminal offence not to come forward and report neglect if you have a reasonable suspicion it's going on.
Introducing mandatory reporting increases both the number of reports but also the number of reports that are substantiated.
Others, though, think mandatory reporting has its limitations and could lead to police being overwhelmed with reports of abuse that later prove false. The government is now considering whether to tighten the law, with the final decision due next year.